Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news from Europe. For the past 2 months, the European Commission has been rolling out new initiatives and proposals to crack down on illegal immigration and speed up deportations. In early February, they launched a new effort to secure the border of Bulgaria. They deployed more Frontex border guards, and they built new guard towers and deployed cameras and drones. This is to stop the flow of illegal aliens coming into Bulgaria from Turkey. And right now, a new database is coming online. If someone has a removal order in one EU nation, they are now in a database with their personal information and fingerprints, and they will be under a removal order in all EU member nations. They won't be able to reapply for asylum anywhere else, which that's a major problem because they just abscond from country to country and reapply for asylum all over again. So that's allegedly going to come to an end. And this is culminated with the Home Affairs Commissioner Ylva Johansson from Sweden, who may be the single most left-wing member of the Commission, publicly saying that all members of the EU need to cooperate on deportations. She said that currently most deportations are being carried out by only 2 members of the EU. She said that only 21% of people with removal orders are being deported, and that's probably a big exaggeration. It's probably not actually that high. But the way she was talking, she sounded like a hardliner. She said that all the countries have to cooperate now. They all have to participate in deportations. She said that this has eroded trust and cooperation between EU member nations. There's really more than one reason this is happening now, but the main reason that has triggered this is last December, Austria vetoed Bulgarian and Romanian accession to the Schengen zone. This is the visa-free travel agreement. Now, I believe that the Netherlands also vetoed Bulgaria, but Austria was the main country that held the line and said, we're not going to reconsider until August of next year. And they said that we can't let these countries in until illegal immigration is under control. And the media went bonkers. They said, oh, Austria's going to pay for this. Bulgarians and Romanians aren't going to vacation in Austria. They're going to boycott Austrian goods. This is going to hurt the Austrian economy. And the globalists were complaining. They're saying, oh, Austria is becoming like Hungary. Now we're going to have 2 nations, using their veto powers to derail our agenda. Well, it's working. And frankly, the reason Austria did this is because the Austrian Freedom Party was surging in popularity again. And so you might remember back when Sebastian Kurz, the Wunderkind that the media loved so much, he was chancellor and running the Austrian People's Party. And when the Freedom Party also got really big on a message of halting illegal immigration, Sebastian Kurz was also all about stopping immigration. And so Austria was taking a hard line along with Hungary and the Visegrad group. Well, then there was the Ibiza affair, the big scandal that caused the Freedom Party to decline in popularity. Sebastian Kurz immediately went way to the left, and immigration didn't matter anymore. Well, since then, Kurz was in his own major scandal that was actually far worse, and he was removed by his own party. And Nehammer is the new chancellor. Now, he might be more sincere than Kurz ever was. I don't know. But suddenly, he's all about stopping illegal immigration. And it's important to note that in December, the Austrian People's Party was looking ahead to the regional election in Lower Austria in January, which the People's Party lost almost 10% of the vote to the Freedom Party. Well, there was another election in Carinthia. Carinthia was a whole different dynamic, but Salzburg is coming up in late April. And Salzburg is, the setup is very much like it was in Lower Austria, where the People's Party is poised to lose a bunch of seats if the Freedom Party keeps growing in popularity. And so, at least for the next 2 months, Austria is probably at least going to be, perpetrating that they're, pushing a very hard line on illegal immigration. And so, hopefully, the ball's gonna keep rolling. Now, there's other things going on as well. For one thing, the fact that there's huge numbers of Ukrainian women in Europe right now has laid bare what a giant fraud these other alleged refugees have been for the past almost 10 years, because you get Ukrainian women from an actual war zone and then young dudes in tracksuits from all over the world who are from countries where no war is going on. And it's really laid bare what a complete fraud this is. And these countries are just at their breaking point financially right now. And these fake refugees, many of them refuse to get jobs. They just want to live off the taxpayer dime in public housing. Now, I'm not advocating that you believe the European Commission or have faith in them. They're all globalist frauds, probably especially the left-wing Home Affairs Commissioner. However, it's important that they now feel so much pressure that they at least have to pay lip service to this. The fact that they're doing these things and talking like this shows that they're under intense pressure to do something about illegal immigration. And so the pressure needs to be kept on them. And Austria, using their veto power, shows that this is a winning method of getting things done in Europe. This is how Turkey got all of Europe to roll out the red carpet for them when they threatened to veto Swedish and Finnish membership in NATO. They were giving Turkey, making all kinds of promises to Turkey to placate them. More EU members need to use their veto power to get concessions from the EU, particularly on the issue of illegal immigration. Now, in the past, as far as I can tell, Frontex self-sabotages their own efforts to deport people. So in 2020, they said that they were going to deport a bunch of people, and they made up this rule that you had to be vaccinated before you could be deported. So guess what? The people just refused to get vaccinated and they weren't deported. And then in 2021, they still barely deported anyone. And they've got these rules where there has to be a professional left-wing activist present on the plane to make up last-minute excuses why some of the people shouldn't be deported yet. So I would say the people of Europe should not trust the Commission. They should not take the words of the commissioners at face value. They should just relentlessly keep the pressure on until things are actually done. All right, thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, post a comment below, tell me what you think about this, and click the subscribe button. New video every few days.